evening. How are y'all? Trying to find myself on the laptop. There I am. Oh, me. Hi, Mona. Glad you joined me. Hi, Debbie. Glad you joined us. Hi, Ginny Ruby. I am so glad you are here. Yeah, I'm a bit sleepy this evening. Meet guys at work wanted to go in at 4 o'clock this morning to get some extra cleaning done. And I said, well, okay, we'll go. Not thinking about the fact that I had to get up at 2:30 this morning to be there. Oh, man. Then, come to find out, they want to do it again next Monday. Hi, Shawnee. So, I said, okay. So, I thought, in my mind, well, I am going in an hour early, so I'll get off an hour early, because usually I get off at 2:30 on Monday. So I thought, oh, wow, get off at 1:30. That will be so awesome. No. 1:30. Came and went. It got to be 2 o'clock. Then it's 2:20. And the head cashier said, I'm leaving. And I said, okay, because the other one wasn't there yet. She said, oh, she'll be here any minute. Well, it wasn't 10 more minutes before she got there. So it was after 2:30 before I got out of that store. I thought, next Monday, I'm leaving at 1:30. Ain't nobody gonna leave before me. Yeah. So, I may be yawny today, so I'll try not to be. Hi, Gina. Ladies, this is Gina. She shops at the grocery store, and she is a very sweet friend. So welcome her. This is her first time to watch us. So anyway, I've got 3 cards ready. I'm hoping I have enough time to do all 3 of them. I mean, I am prepared. Prepared. So, we're going to do a really simple, quick, easy card first. And we're going to do a little stamping on our Whisper White. These are cut at 4 by 2 3/4. Perfect size. That's the size I like to put on the inside. I'm going to have one for the front and one on the inside. We have some of this Floral Romance Designer Series paper. And this is cut at 5 5/16 by 4 1/16. Then we have our Whisper White thick cardstock. It's 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. I've got it scored at 4 1/4. We're going to go ahead and give it a nice fold and a crease here, just like this. So, here we go. I've got a very special prayer request today. I have a very sweet friend. I'm not going to say her name. Y'all don't know her, but I promised her that when I requested prayer for her, hi Jessie, that I would not mention her name. But she is going through a really hard time right now, suffering from deep anxiety. And she's feeling like she has lost herself, is how she explained it to me. And she reached out to me, and you know, to get my feel on it. So I've prayed about it, and I messaged her several different times. We've messaged each other back and forth, and she wants to keep in contact, and I told her that we would, because, I mean, you know, I have deep concern for her, and I have a deep love for her, because she's a very dear friend. So, what I'm asking is my prayer warriors, please pray for her. Pray that she can get through this anxiety and that she can feel like herself again and that she can feel God in her life. She told me that she can feel the devil attacking her. And we know that when we're at our lowest like that in anxiety, and I don't know, she didn't say she was suffering from depression, but my guess is she probably is. Things like that pulls us down so that that's when the devil attacks us severely. And I just don't want him to keep attacking her. So please, please keep my dear friend in your prayers. And I thank you now for praying for her, because I know that y'all will. And I will keep y'all up to date on how she's doing, because I am going to keep in contact with her. She does not want to talk face-to-face with me about this because she has closed herself up at home. She doesn't get out. She doesn't visit. She doesn't want anybody there. She has not told her children. She does not want them to know right now. But she's distancing herself from them and distancing herself from her other family and from her friends. And I feel God drew her to me because of the fact that I haven't suffered from any of this, but Johnny has. When Johnny had his nervous breakdown, and he suffered from anxiety and panic attacks. She says she's having panic attacks. And things like that. She felt like God brought her to me. And I think he did, because I understand. It's not something I ever wanted to understand, believe me. But things happen in our lives, and God uses those. He uses what we have experienced to help someone else. And I think that's what he wants me to do. I believe he wants me to help her. So I'm just asking, please, please, please pray for my friend. This is pineapple punch. I didn't even show you what we were using. We are using a big thank you. We are going to be using this flower piece right here. We're going to make some background on our Whisper White cardstock here. We are going to be using Friends or Flowers in the Garden of Life. That's going to go on the front. And then we're going to use Grateful Every Day for You. And that's going to go on the inside. So we are going to stamp our flowers in this pineapple. Ew, I feel like I'm spitting when I'm talking. Sorry. This pineapple punch. Tell you, I know that I am over most of that crud, but wait a minute. I forgot one of my stamps. But I still have the sniffles some, and for some reason or another, right now, I feel like I'm spitting. I don't mean to, but it feels like that's what I'm doing. Oh, here's our envelope. We got to stamp our envelope too. You know that. So what we're going to do is we're going to stamp off and then stamp on. And I did that wrong. I didn't want to stamp this one off. So I'm going to see if I can stamp over this and line it up. And it probably will not line up really, really good. There it went. Not too bad. And I'm just randomly, I do not have a system to this. I am just stamping here, and don't have a rhyme or reason to how I'm stamping. Okay. That looks pretty good. Wait a minute. I forgot my envelope. We're going to stamp this on our envelope too. And I'm going to stamp it off just a little bit. Just on the corner there. Okay. Then I'm going to take that stamp off of here. And find what I did with the other one. Yep. You know, I lost it. I take it off and I lose it. That didn't take me long, did it? Well, flitter-day-day. Where did it go? Well, my goodness. Didn't take me long to lose my stamp. I swanny. I can't hang on to anything. I guess while I'm hunting, until my stamp appears, I'm going to close our stamp pad for the moment. Oops. Or ink pad, rather, not my stamp pad. I don't know why I want to call them stamp pads. We're going to go ahead, we're going to attach our Designer Series paper with our Tombow liquid glue while I try to figure out what in heaven's name. I know I took it off and I laid it down. I thought I laid it down right here, but I don't know where it got moved to. It got scooted somewhere. Alright, I'm going to try and line this up the best I can. This piece here is cut at, I think I told you, 5 5/16 by 4 1/16. There we go. I likes that. It's got to be on the bottom of something, but it doesn't seem. Ah, ha, ha, there it is. I thought it had to be on the bottom of something, sitting right there, and it was. How about that, on the bottom of my ink pad? Because I can remember laying it down here, and it just took flight and disappeared. Okay. Now then, we're going to set that aside because I'm going to put this on this B block, and we're going to fill in a background to all of these. And let me count my glue here. We're going to do it with our pineapple punch. And this is where we are going to stamp off. And then we're going to line it up. And I'm sorry if my noggin gets in your way. I'm going to try and keep it out of your light. Anyway, line it up and give this a background. And give it a lighter background. I'll tell you, if you have anything else stamped on your grid paper or the paper you're using to stamp off on, especially if it's a dark color, it will pick it up on this stamp. And I found out that the hard way. I never thought about it. And I know it's because this is wet ink on here, and whenever you touch ink that's on your grid paper, it wets it and it picks it up onto your stamp. So, I'm making sure, whoopsie, let me scoot this, surround this away. Making sure that there's not any, because I have not used this grid paper for anything, so I don't have anything on it. The other day when I was doing these, I didn't even think about it, because I had done it before and didn't think about it, and had nothing to happen because I didn't have dark ink stamped off on my grid paper. You know, sometimes, oops, that one didn't get lined up really well. Sometimes we learn things the hard way. But that's okay. I mean, that's part of learning. That's part of the beauty of being homemade. You can definitely tell it's homemade whenever you do goofies. That's definitely mine anyway, because I do some pretty good goofies. But that's all right. I don't let myself fret over it. At least I hope I'm not anyway. I do my best not to fret over it because we're not perfect. And you can tell it's made more with love, and it is homemade whenever it isn't perfect. You know. There's only one person that ever walked the earth that was perfect, and that was our Lord and Savior. And I know I'm not perfect. No way, no shape, no form, no fashion. Whew. Tell y'all, it is hot in my crafty room this evening. I have to shut the door or you won't pick up and hear the TV, and you might still can because it's on the other side of this wall right here. But if the door's open, it's a whole lot louder. Johnny seems to think he's deaf, and so he has to have it up louder. And And then, too, if the babies want to get at my crafty room door and start howling or anything, of course, I think they're asleep at the moment. But, you never know. They don't always stay asleep. Especially if they get back there at the back door and want to go out. I didn't do that very good, but I'm going to leave it. It's okay. They really can get loud. I think I just heard Tut jump out of my recliner. You know, he's claimed it as his own. He thinks it belongs to him, and he gets mad if I get in it. Such a funny boy. Such a funny boy. Hi, Laquita. So glad you're here. Close up this pineapple punch, or I won't be wearing it to work tomorrow. And we're going to stamp our sentiments on these, and we're going to do that in our Memento Tuxedo Black. What that was. So I'm going to stamp this right smack dab in the middle. At least I hope that's the middle. Ta-da! That looks good. That looks good. I like using a lighter color and stamping the black on it like that, because it doesn't overpower your sentiment, even though you stamp on a top of a color, because it's black, and it doesn't, doesn't drown it out or anything. So I think it looks just fine like that. Let me see. I can't remember where I stamped this on the inside through the top. Okay. So we're going to get this, and I'm going to try and get this straight, because on my sample I did not. That's better. That's better than my sample. So, good deal. Good deal. All right. Whew, ladies, I'm sweating. All righty, so there is that. Let's close this ink pad up. And I am going to take some of these artesian pearls. These Share What You Love artesian pearls. And we're going to put some of these into the centers of some of these flowers. Not on the inside, but on the front. Well, let me attach it to my card first. Probably a better idea. Thank you. Hi, Melody. So glad you've joined us. I'm going to go ahead and get this attached to the front real quick. We're at our artesian pearls. Then we'll put our inside on. The inside. And we'll have this card ready. So there we go. So just really fast, really quick, really simple. And I'm sorry I did not silence all of my little rackets my phone makes. Didn't even think about it. Sorry, ladies. So here we're just going to put some of these around on here. Don't know how many, because it just depends on how many. I've got the little middle here. We're using this. To be honest with you, I'm not sure which yellow this is. But it just goes perfect with this pineapple punch, in my opinion. So here we go. All right. Use our piercing tool. I love using that thing to pick up artesian pearls and things like that with. It makes it so much easier for me. Okay. Back that back in there. Now we're going to put the inside, attach the inside of our card, and we'll have this one through. We'll go to the next one. Yay. Okay. There's this one. All right. So there you go. Thank you. Thank you, Debbie. But there it is. There's that one. And here's my sample. There's the envelope to it. The front, see, kind of got the inside a little crooked, but it's okay. But there is my sample and the one we just did. All right, now then, we're going to go on to our next card. And we are going to be using the same stamp set. A big thank you. Plus, we are going to be using our big shot because we're going to be using the Thank You Framelits die. And we are using You Are the Best and Ever So Grateful. That's the two we're going to be using. We're going to put those on the inside. We have our, got something on that. Here is our card base. 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I'm going to go ahead and give it the fold there. Line it up. Give it a good crease. So we'll have it ready. Okay. We have our envelope. We have 2 pieces of Calypso Coral, 4.5 by 3 1/4. We have a piece of Whisper White. This is for the inside sentiment. It's 4 by 2 3/4. We have a piece of this is Whisper White Thick. I have already attached it to some of our multi-purpose adhesive sheets, you know, that come in packages like this. And I've got that attached to some of that. That is what we're going to cut our thank you out of. Then we have some Happiness Blooms DSP. This is cut at 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. That's going to be our first layer. And then we're going to have our Calypso Coral. We're going to have our thank you on here. We also have a piece of satin ribbon. This is the Calypso Coral. I think it's gorgeous. We're going to put that on the front of our card also. We have the B and C block here with our sentiments on there. Let me get our die out. I think we're going to do our die cutting first with our big shot. This comes as one die in here. And I'm going to set this right here aside. We're going to, oh, that's the side. Okay. I'm going to get our big shot back over here. We're going to lay this on here. Does not matter how, just as long as it fits. There it goes. We're going to do it like that. We're going to run it through our big shot here like this. I'm going to run it this way, and then I'm going to run it back to us. Thank you, Jessie. Thank you, Gina. Thank you, Laquita. Okay, we're going to set our big shot back over here. And we're going to see if we can pop this out. There it goes. Very good. Now then, we're going to get our Peterson tool. All of this stuff right here, we're just going to pop out. There's stuff that we don't need. And let me gently pull this. I'll tell you what, the first time when I was making my sample, I put my die on the wrong side and ended up with the thank you as of the backing that I pull off of the adhesive. And I thought, oh my gosh. I thought, oh, you'd think that I would know better. But I was checking this in a whole lot because I was so afraid I was going to do the same thing again. So, okay, we're going to scoot that up that way. That's stuck. There it goes. Now then, I'm going to lay that right there and move that. Let's see. You know, yeah, I did. There for a minute, I didn't think that I had made an envelope for this card, but I did. I found it. That's what happens when I think too hard. Like, oh no, what did I do? All right. Is this not pretty? I just love this. Love the Calypso coral. So very pretty. And I'm tell you what, you guys, I've got a head start on next Monday night. Believe it or not, yes, I do. I worked on a couple of cards yesterday between... Hi, Rachel. Rochelle, I'm sorry. I am so glad you joined us. Yay. Anyway, between church services, I worked on a couple of cards to do next Monday, and then this afternoon I worked on another one. Well, kind of halfway worked on it, so next week I'll be ready again. Yeah, I know. It's amazing, isn't it? That doesn't happen very often, does it? Not with me. Usually I'm not ready for nothing. To get out our dimensionals here, we are going to take our Calypso coral here. We are going to take our Thank You, and we're going to peel this backing off. I love this adhesive stuff here because it makes you, like they say, you can make your own sticker. And you don't have to worry about going around this with your glue and trying to get enough glue on it for it to stick. And we're going to try and center it just a little there. Maybe just a little crooked, but it's okay. All right. I just love that. Okay, we're going to take this. We're going to put this ribbon here. And we're going to... Let me see. I do not like to use the cheater method. I'm sorry. I just don't. Let me find my snail. No, there it is. I don't use this very often, but I need something. I used the liquid glue on my sample, but boy, then I ended up with glue all over my fingers. You know, so I think I'm just going to use my snail and attach it instead of using the liquid glue this time. Now, I used too much. I didn't need that down and through there. Okay, we're going to get our dimensionals. And I'm going to start out. Let me get my... There they are. My scissors, my snips here. I'm going to go with some of these pieces like this. I just love dimensionals. I love this stuff. And I don't mind using it. You know, a lot of people want to be a little stingy with it. I don't know that you'd call it stingy. They want to be frugal with it, I suppose. Because, yeah, it costs a little bit of money, but I'm telling you, for the amount that you get, and you get like 300 dimensionals. Of course, now, this is what the dimensionals really look like, but I'm using this outside piece here because, now, I'm frugal enough I ain't going to waste anything. But, you know, I'm not afraid to use my dimensionals, that's for sure. Put some there, put that away. Now we're going to use some of these. And we're going to put, because I do not like when it's saggy. Don't like it saggy. So now we're going to peel all of our backing off. Right here. All of our dimensionals. There we go. Love this. Now then, this is going to go right here. And really, you know, this is a very simple card also. It, you know, one designer series paper. And it's really, it's designer series paper in 2 colors. Yeah, that's it. All right, we're going to go ahead and ink the inside. And we're going to use our Memento Tuxedo Black. And we're going to stamp "You Are the Best" right over here in this corner. Right there. And then, oops, I'm sorry, I scooted Joe. Didn't mean to. Who are you and what have you done with Sharon? Oh, say what? What are you talking about, Jessie? I don't know what you are talking about. We're going to go with Ever So Grateful right down here. Ooh, I don't know where that trashy came from. All right, Jessie, tell me what you're talking about so I can tell you. Because if you don't tell me, I don't know what you're talking about. I missed something somewhere along the way, but that's not unusual. Thank you, Debbie. I'm glad you like it. Let's get some liquid glue on the back of here. We're going to put that right here, like that. Then we're going to put that here. And we are going to set that right there. Now, our envelope. We've got to stamp our envelope. What did I do? There it is. Okay. What I'm going to put is Ever So Grateful on our envelope. Ever so grateful. Ta-da! And looky there. I got, oop, no I didn't. We like it when you wing it, but it's fun to compare to. Thank you, Mona. Yeah, I kind of like it when I wing it too sometimes, because it really brings me out of my box, and I've got to think fast. I have to think, what am I going to make? What colors I'm going to use? And things like that. And I really like doing that, but then I like to be prepared too, because it gives, you know, I come in here and I think, I'm going to prepare something for next Monday. What we're going to make? I don't know. And then I just, you know, I think about, what do I need? I need a thank you card. Oh, okay. Let's make a thank you card. And here's the one we just made. Here's the one I had already made. And I brought this down further on this one. But that's okay. It does not matter whether it's up here at the top or if it's down here in the middle. Or even if it had been at the bottom, it would have been okay. Oh, Nona, you're going to have to share. When you said you were ready for next week already. Oh, Jessie. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where Sharon's at. I just took over her craft room, and thank you, Debbie. And I banded her from in here, so I don't know where she's at. You're so funny. You're so funny. Alrighty. So, let's see. Plenty of time. All right, our next card, we're going to do some embossing. We're going to use this dot-to-dot Textured Impressions embossing folder. We are going to use the Beauty Abounds, because I am going to use our friendship isn't one big thing, it's a million little things. I am going to use Bloom by Bloom. I'm going to use this stem with this big flower and this smaller flower and this smaller stem. And Granny Apple Green. I know I usually use Pear Bazaaz. Pear Bazaaz is my most favorite to use for my trees, leaves, and flower stems and things like that. Excuse me. But it didn't look right because I am using Night of Navy to stamp my flowers with. And Parabazas didn't look right because, let me tell you, yes, I did try it because it's what I wanted. But it just wasn't right. So I went with Granny Apple Green because really it does look better. So that's what we're going with. We have our Whisper White Thick 8.5 by 5.5. Got it scored at 4 1/4, and there's something on that. We're going to fold it and give it our nice crease with this, just like that. Okay, and this card's going to be going in this direction. We have 2 pieces of this awesome Happiness Blooms DSP. It's cut at 5 3/4 by 4 1/4. That's going to be our first base. We have a couple of pieces of Whisper White. That's 5 by 3 3/4. That's what we're going to stamp our flowers and our sentiments on. Even on the inside. I'm going with this size on the inside so it'll match the outside. We have our envelope. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start stamping our flowers. So we're going to, we have the big stem on a B block, the big flower on a C, the little flower on a B, the little stem on a B. We have our sentiments on C's. I tell you, I'm going to have to get me some more blocks because I'm having to switch out earlier because I didn't have, you know, I don't like to run out of blocks. I like to have all I need and everything on a block. So I'm going to have to get a few more of our blocks. The B's and C's is what I'm using so much of. So anyways, what we are going to do is we're going to stamp our leaves first. Our stems and our leaves and our Granny Apple Green. And I'm going to ink them up. Let me see. That's what I was thinking. I stamped it off because of how dark it is. But then I am going to, see, I'm pulling it down at the bottom because I don't want the whole stem on there. We're going to stamp it off. And we're going to do the same thing over here. But I'm coming up a little further with it. But over this way a little further. I went over this way a little too far with that one, I think. But that's okay. I can live with it. That's all of that one. Now we're going to use our little stem. We're going to do the same thing. I'm going to stamp off. We're going to come right in here with our little stem. Then we're going to stamp it again, or ink it again. We're going to come to the inside. This is going to go on the inside. Stamp off. Stamp the whole thing on there. Then our envelope. Let's get our envelope. We're going to stamp this small flower on our envelope. And we're going to come off a little bit, but not too far down. I'm coming over just a smidge with it and stamping it there. Okay. Now, we're going to use our big flower. Let me close this because if not, I will end up wearing it. And that'll be really lovely tomorrow at work. We're going to open up our Night of Navy. And we're going to stamp or ink up our big flower. We're going to stamp off. And then we're going to come right here. We're going to line it up with our stem and stamp it on. Stamp it off. See, this way we don't have it full-fledged dark color. Look there. Let's see if I can line that up. Wow. I cannot believe that I did it. Woohoo! All right. That's a miracle. Doesn't happen often. I usually can't line them back up like that. All right, we're going to get our small flower. Stamp it off. Line it up with our small stem. We're going to stamp it off. Line it up with our small stem. I'm not sure this one I'll be able to do as well. Here, let it go. All right. Ooh, yeah. With Jessie. Where is Sharon? Usually you can line that up back up good like that. Usually have to have my stamparatus doing all this. There we go. Now then, that's all of that stamping for the flowers. Now we are going to use our Night of Navy, and we're going to stamp our sentiments on. The front is Our Friendship Isn't One Big Thing. And we are going to stamp that right over here. And I'm not stamping this off. We're doing it full strength with this. And we're going to stamp it right up here. And it's crooked, of course. Okay, that's all right. I'm not going to fret it. I'm not going to fret it. Maybe the inside won't be so bad. Okay, it's a million little things. It's harder for me to line these red rubber stamps up if I don't line them up perfectly. See there, look there. I got that good and straight. But anyway, I'm not fretting it. It's going to be A-okay and all right. Now then, I bet you're wondering what in the world is she going to be embossing. She hadn't even embossed anything yet. So, we are fixing to do that. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to emboss. I'm going to get our embossing folder out. Well, I'm going to get our big shot back over here. I'm going to swap out. I'm going to take this magnetic platform and precision plate off. We're going to get our regular big shot platform. Always, whenever you emboss, go in with your folded in, goes in through your big shot when it's rolled in this direction. If you go, hi Shelly, if you go this direction, it can catch this and it can roll it up and it can mess up your big shot, but it will totally tear up your embossing folder. And don't want that to happen. Try and get this good and straight. And I'm going to flip it over this way. I think I'll do this way. Okay, that looks pretty good. Put a standard plate down on the bottom and on the top of our embossing folder. You've been there and done that, Shelley? Oh, I have not. I've just listened to others say, this is what you need to do. And I said, okay, thank you for the advice, because I don't want that to happen to mine. So, there we go. Now, you stamp first. Boy, you can really tell that's crooked. You stamp first and then you do your use your embossing folder. Excuse me. I have got icky on my fingers. I got to get that off right quick. Okay. Now, I really like that. Can y'all just see that good? Just don't look at that. All right. So now then, we are going to put our layers on our card base with our liquid glue. Love this. This is why I decided to go with the Night of Navy for my flowers, is because that's what color they used on the designer series paper, was the Night of Navy. And it's lighter, even though they do have some darker. And I thought, I am stamping off, that way it won't be so dark. Didn't want it really dark. And but it still pretty much looks like that, doesn't it? I don't know how they got it this light, but it's okay. Boy, I've got nasties on here. I don't know where all these nasties are coming from. Okay. Now then, put that right there. There we go. Like that. Now, this, because I embossed this, I'm going to have to really use some glue on here. because I want it to stick. And all of these little ridges here. So I'm going to get some glue on here. Okay. Now, sit that down right there. Now, put this on the inside, and we will be done with this card. See, this is really an easy card also. I've just done simple cards tonight, haven't I? Thank you, Rochelle. Thank you, Debbie. So, what I'm going to do is show you the inside of this one that we just made, since it's not crooked, and the inside of my other one is. So, show you the front, because see, I got that one crooked, but this one I got pretty straight. So there is both the one we just made and the one I had already done. Thank you, ladies. I'm so glad y'all like it. Let's see. You have 10 minutes. I'm going to tell you. Friday, the next phase of our celebration starts for customers. And we have some more freebies that you can get for spending $50 for any Stampin' Up! Products. And then there's a few that, you know, you always have. So we started this last year that you spend $100, there's something, you know, even better that you can get if you spend $100 in my Stampin' Up! Store. And it does not matter. It can be from the Occasions catalog. It could be from the annual catalog. It does not matter. We got some specials coming up for some newbies. I'm going to have to get them posted. I'm going to have to sit down and really go over it and get this stuff posted. But anyway, this, any of this stuff, if you want to make these cards, all of this goodies are sold in my Stampin' Up! Online store. So I'm going to pull all of my cards over here so you can see them. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to move one of the envelopes. We don't have to have both envelopes here. Put that one right there because I want to, y'all be able to see all of the cards. Okay, there's that one. I don't want to cover up anything. And there, oh, there's the other one. I couldn't find what I did with the other one. Okay, ever so grateful. I really like this. This is the one we just made. This is the one I already made. So there we go. Is that in the picture? I'm not really sure. I think it is. I just see if I can scoot these up just a smidgen more. All right, ladies, this is it. Anyway, if you do not have a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. Just give me a shout out or a holler or anything. Message me, whatever, and I will be glad for you to purchase your Stampin' Up! Products from me. You can visit my online store at SharonSwaffer.stampinup.net and .com. Oh my goodness. Anyways, and this is an awesome time if you want to be a demonstrator, because for your investment of $99, you can get $175 worth of products to go in your starter kit instead of the normal $125. And now this is just through the end of March, so you need to act fast. Or if you would like to have one of our new Stampin' Up! Craft and Carry totes, the starter, you can get it in your starter kit, and the starter kit would be $129, and you still get the $175 worth of products to go in your starter kit along with the crafting tote, which is awesome. So if you're interested in becoming a demonstrator, I would love for you to join my praying stampers team, and just let me know, and we can talk about it, and we can get you signed up. So, ladies, this is it for tonight. I want to thank y'all for praying for my friend. Just continue to keep her in your prayers day after day. I know it's a struggle for her. So, y'all have an awesome, blessed week. Get in your crafty room and make something. And I'd love to see it. Show it here on my Praying Stamper page. Would love to see it and to share with others that come here and visit. And good Lord willing, things go well. I will be back next Monday evening, again at 7 Central. Love you, ladies. Thank y'all so much for coming. Bye.